Hey guys, and it's also editing me because believe it or not, I did actually forget a few pointers that I did want to add into the video.
Oh hey, hi, I didn't see you there. I hope that you guys don't mind the fact that I will be eating in this portion of the video. And so, I know astrology is fake, but can we just talk about how I ordered a laptop? So this is my chance to find out if Mercury is retrograde or if astrology is real or not. So about like 2 weeks ago, my brother had gone out of town during this whole COVID stuff, and he came back in town. When he got tested for corona, he totally got it, and we lived together. I was so worried that I might have gotten it too, and I called my job and I told them that I was gonna come, and I got like an 8-day break, but turns out I did not have coronavirus, and I was very almost like sad because I realized like, wow, I really needed time off. Like, does anyone feel that way about themselves? Someone that's an essential worker, like they've worked like non-stop and they're just like, wow, taking a break is just what I need. The point of this video is basically for me to explain some of the healthcare tips that I did while I was doing that 8-day quarantine because I'm an essential worker. But basically, like, it's so weird because it's almost like you haven't done anything even as an essential worker. Like, all you've been doing is working, and that part of your social life, like obviously you can't go see anyone, so you just like slave your life away working. Like, you don't stop, so it's like you don't really have a personal life, if you know what I'm saying? Because that's how I feel right now during this whole quarantine. I'm like, what is life? I don't freaking know. I'm sure that you've seen people do this where they delete Instagram and they're like, wow, best decision of my life, where they put their phone down. But for me, it's like deleting Instagram. I did it I was trying to do like 3 weeks. It stretched up to the point where it completed it to a month, but it was during the time where I was at home. I know that everyone says this, and I know that you're probably like, oh, another one? Yes, another one, because I never thought I was like obsessed with Instagram. Because Instagram's like not all bad, but really like I had a lot of time to put into creative projects, and I'm like mind blown. I re-downloaded Instagram after a month. I deleted it again because I'm like, why? Like, all the people that I'm looking at is just like other, I mean, I see other things too, but like you see other women, and like how it's kind of hard not to compare yourself, especially if like for me, kind of obviously like gaining a little weight than say like a year ago. It's hard not to compare yourself to another person, especially through Instagram. So I use Tumblr now. What? Like, try deleting Instagram and you'll see how often like you kind of pick it up because you're so used to it, like, you even realize that you made a habit of it. Now I'm starting my YouTube channel because I'm like, I have time. Well, I don't have that much time, but I have time to put my creativity into this. So if there's anything that I would recommend, honestly, would be starting, I mean, start a YouTube channel if you want, but also just like putting your phone down. Has there ever been something that you've always wanted to do but never got to do? I do yoga, but I kind of took a break. I'm like the kind of person that wants to try something new often and wants to have that feeling of, I don't know, like almost adventure. Trying something new normally does it for me. Like a workout. I actually started ballet. I was taking like a few classes and then everything got closed. I do apparently ballet now. It's really hard. As an adult, you're trying to learn like all the lingo and you're like, I don't you're moving your feet like so fast and you're just like, what's going on? But I think that's part of it, like really making sure that you're elevated and you have everything like tightened. I think that's also something that like yoga does for me as well.
Paying attention to every muscle that you're moving, that helps keep you grounded. Both in ballet and yoga, you're really paying attention to how you're moving and to remember to engage your core and keep your back straight, almost like if you're holding a diamond. That's for ballet. And so yoga, like, you really have to make sure that you don't forget to stop really inhaling and exhaling about the same rate versus taking short breaths or a short inhale, a longer exhale. It's really about paying attention to the breath and the mind and the body, and that helps you keep you grounded. I've basically been repeating that whole yoga and mind, body, and being present and trying something new, which helped keep me sane. The reason why I feel bored and I have time is because I'm privileged in that way that I have downtime and I am able to have time off versus someone that, you know, maybe couldn't afford to try any of these things, probably doesn't even have a laptop to edit video and post, or even to watch a video that way, or maybe doesn't have internet at all. So I do want to acknowledge the feeling bored and not sure what to do, so let me start a hobby. It's very privileged of me to say, and I'm so grateful, but I understand that that's not everybody's case.
I think that it's a good time to try something new that you've never tried before because you haven't had an opportunity. Now is definitely the time. Also, of course, working out releases endorphins. That's always great. I would also say that journaling is probably on the list, but I didn't put it on my list because I wanted to talk about how I've actually, like, this is kind of shitty. You know how everyone's actually saying like, contact your friends, ask them how they're doing. No one's doing absolutely anything. So if no one replies right now, you're a piece of shit or they're a piece of shit. I would actually say that one other tip would be social distancing from your friends. Like, is anyone else doing that? Because even though I do take forever to reply to my friends' texts, like, I feel so guilty doing that for my friends, and that's really shitty of me because I guess I'm a piece of shit. I really feel like I'm ostracizing myself from so many things, and I feel like because of that I'm able to get creative, because it reminds me of when we were kids in my childhood, and basically like you had to get creative with what you have. You feel like you're kind of bored and you're like, what should I do? Oh, I guess let me just start creative tasks that I've never tried before but that I've always wanted to do. Sometimes like sitting in that empty house and like letting everything come to you because you're surrounded by nothing, that low-key is a great benefit as to why everyone should do minimalist, but right now we're not talking about that.
My mind says one thing, but my gut says not today.
I've been using my disposable camera, and hopefully I can insert clips right here, right now.
Hey guys, it's your third host, editing me number 3. I didn't realize most places don't develop film anymore, and that takes about like 2 weeks to develop film. So just pretend like you're seeing some like incredible artsy clips here for like a few seconds. All right, we're good.
Also, just like that whole thing of being off your phone. My sister and I, like, we went to the farmer's market. We were being safe and everything, but we went to the farmer's market and I was like, oh, like, let's use up this film camera. And I wasn't holding my phone and I wouldn't be able to get distracted onto the next thing on my phone. Or even like reading more, as well as like listening to audiobooks, things that kind of help bring you down to the present versus like technology, which I feel like could definitely distract you and think about the future and the past and doesn't really almost center you. Those things are something that I would definitely recommend to not lose your mind. When I was listening to the audiobook, I was listening to Anne of Green Gables, and I really like her writing, and I really like how you can see things through another lens almost, which is also something that you could definitely do through a disposable camera, because through that you're looking for something that looks aesthetically pleasing versus like the tree that you would normally pass otherwise if it was like a regular day. I hope that you guys have done some of these tips like on your own probably, and if you have, leave them down below. That kind of concludes my video. I really wanted to kind of keep it short because normally when I edit some of my vlogs, they'd be like 10 minutes long or something. Sorry, like they're normally like 30 minutes long, and I'm like, no one's who's even going to, I don't have that many friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you guys leave something down below as far as some tips for anyone else. Thank you for getting this far in the video. I did also quickly just want to say, like, in regards to my personal life, I've gotten so much more successful in like my personal life as far as like how well I'm doing, I guess, and like money really isn't becoming an issue for me, and I don't really have to budget that much in contrast to how I was like a couple months ago. And that's actually why I'm expanding my YouTube, and I am gonna get some more material for my YouTube. But why is it right now when I'm freaking like rich? Because I've been saving and I haven't been spending, and I have a better job. That's when everything's closed and I can't travel, which I like. If you know your local Sages, like, this is probably the worst position we've ever been in, but also that's totally a joke because I'm very, very privileged. And on that note, I really hope you guys are having a great day because I just keep babbling on, and I hope I'll see you guys later.